Brits have an unerring capacity to turn to the healing powers of a cuppa whenever they're in times of emotional stress. Barely an episode of EastEnders or Coronation Street goes by without some troubled soul being offered a brew. But a major new study has shown that tea's health benefits go an awful lot further than that. Well, with me I have a couple of members of the Tea Advisory Panel, nutritionist Lynn Garton and also dietitian Dr. Carrie Ruxton. Hello. First of all, Dr. Carrie, you led the study. What did you do? What did you find out?
Well, with my colleague Dr. Emma Derbyshire, we did an extensive review of all the published studies on tea and health, and what we found was very interesting, that simply drinking 3 to 4 cups of tea a day, that's 2 mugs, can provide health benefits and protect you against chronic diseases. Specifically what that means is that your risk of heart disease is lower when you drink tea on a regular basis. Not only that, you tend to be more alert, have a better mood, your hydration is good, and tea also seems to have some protection against cancers.
Now, Lynn, what is it in tea that does this?
Well, some clinical studies have found that natural plant compounds found in tea, called polyphenols, appear to have beneficial effects on various biochemical processes in the body via mechanisms such as antioxidant and anti-inflammatory actions. And it's thought that these mechanisms may help to explain why tea can help to support and maintain a healthy heart. And we all really like milk with our tea as well, don't we? And the thing with milk is that it doesn't change the effectiveness of tea. So you can still enjoy the benefits of tea with milk without it being affected. One particular group of polyphenols, called the flavonoids, are thought to be especially useful. These have been linked with a lower risk of heart disease. And as well, there's some exciting data coming out that they may also help to support cognitive function, and they also may aid in weight control.
Now, of course, most people in the UK will be drinking black tea, but green tea is growing in popularity. Is there any difference health-wise?
Well, actually, black tea and green tea come from the same plant, Camellia sinensis. They just undergo different processing. When black tea gets processed, it produces these plant compounds, theaflavins and theorubigins, which are actually as potent as the similar compounds found in green tea in terms of health benefits.
Lynn, thank you very much. Well, how do the tea drinkers feel about this? Well, earlier on, I caught up with one.
I've always been an avid tea drinker, really, ever since I was little. And as a teenager, my mum and I used to sit down over a cup of tea and talk about boyfriends and have little sort of private time together. And now I live away from home. I pretty much live on tea in the office. I'm not a big fan of drinking water, so it keeps me hydrated, and it's also kind of keeps me focused and keeps me alert while I'm at work, which is great. My mum's always told me that having a cup of tea is going to make you feel better, and she's very rarely ill, so there must be something in it. I've also read recently that there's these things called antioxidants in tea, which are good for your heart, and they also have loads of other health benefits. So from my point of view, as I live on tea, it's just great news that I can keep on enjoying my cuppa, and it's going to be good for me.
Now, Dr. Carrie, we heard there from a tea fan, but other tea fans across the nation will want to know whether having that obligatory biscuit with a cuppa is going to do them any harm at all.
Well, the good news for tea lovers is that the health effects of tea are going to persist whether or not you have a biscuit. But given the current state of the nation's waistline, I would suggest a plain biscuit rather than a chocolate one.
Dr. Carrie, thank you very much.
Thank you.
And Lynn, thank you very much as well. Now, of course, tea is the nation's favourite drink, and it's a relief to know that doing something you enjoy is actually good for you.